Have you ever known somebody that when they walk in the room, everybody pays attention and they haven't even said a word? That's confidence. And it's one of the most valuable currencies you can carry into any negotiation, high stakes situation, discussion, meeting. Today, we're going to talk about that and how can you get that belief so that you can drive your confidence up. Welcome to How to Get What You Want. This podcast is for driven women ready to claim their goals and navigate their careers with clarity and confidence. Join me as we explore real stories, tools, and strategies to help you steer your career exactly where you want to go. Let's get started on helping you get what you want. Hey friends, welcome. I am so happy that you made the choice to be here today because this is one of my favorite topics. I don't always have it, but I love the idea of confidence because I have learned through others who use it well that it's a really powerful tool. And what I love about this idea is that confidence isn't arrogance, it's belief. Think about that. It isn't arrogance, it's belief. It's believing in yourself. It's understanding the situation so well that you feel like you own it. It's your perspective, your value, your ask, and understanding that it's valid. When you walk in with confidence, people perceive it as competence. They look at it that way. Research from Harvard shows that negotiators who enter discussions with a positive attitude and high expectations tend to perform better because they're raising their bar and they perform to it. They're more likely to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Confidence allows us to open up that perspective. It gives us an abundance mindset. Confidence literally helps you create more value because it shifts you from the threat mode into opportunity mode because you believe in yourself. It does signal that abundance mindset. You know what's great about abundance mindset is when that is signaled to other people, it welcomes them to be a part of that too. Abundance mindset, when it becomes something that others see, will get them to be more collaborative. It gets them to be more open. When you show openness in a negotiation or in a difficult conversation, high stakes scenario, you're saying, hey, listen, I want to give this, and it opens up to other people as well. So confidence portrays that. You know, when people are thinking about themselves and they're holding in their own interests, that signals to the other person that they should do that too. Focus on yourself first. When you have confidence, you walk in and you signal to others that you're open. It helps others believe in your mission, and that's why it's influence. We trust people who trust themselves. That is so true. I love to learn through others. And when I said that at the beginning, I've learned so much about confidence through the actions of other people because I would watch them. And even if they didn't know exactly what they were doing, because they were confident, I believed them. I trusted them. I wanted to be a part of what they were doing. So when you think about that as a leader, you need to show that confidence even when you don't feel it. How do you get it from other sources so that you can own it, own the room, own the meeting? You can show up in a way that makes you feel good. I had a friend, Christine, I just love her. She introduced me to a bunch of her friends who are attorneys. And I'll never forget this woman who, she's a petite woman, very put together. She was a defense attorney. And she often worked in industries where there were really loud, big men. It was oil and gas. And she said sometimes even when she had no leverage at all, and everybody knew it, she would walk in with confidence. She'd lay her stuff out. She would sit up very tall. She would act as if she had leverage. And she said confidence is leverage because sometimes that will make somebody else doubt their position if it is a negotiation. So that just shows you the power in it. I love that she said that. And here's the nuance. Harvard Business School reminds us that not all confidence is created equal. A study of over 70,000 decisions found that it's not confidence alone that leads to success. It's well-calibrated confidence. Listen to that. Well-calibrated confidence. People who know what they know and what they don't make better decisions and earn more trust. So it's not about bluffing. It's not about making it up. It's not just pretending. She did in those situations when she knew she didn't have it. She knew that was leverage. That just proved that confidence can be leverage at times. And there's another example. There was a sales lead that was negotiating renewal terms with a client who wanted a discount. And instead of immediately justifying the pricing that she had given them, she calmly responded. And she said, I completely understand wanting to manage your budget. Let's look at the full value you're receiving and then see if there's another way to meet both of our goals. I need to always remember this. Sometimes in the moment, especially when you get pushback, it makes you want to just like say, okay, no problem. We'll go to what your solution is. But what she's saying is instead zoom out with confidence and say, I hear you. You need to look for some opportunities to decrease the cost, but let's look at the value. Let's look at where we can be creative together. Thinking about reframing in the moments when we will suddenly get this scarcity mindset to continue to have the confidence to zoom out. It shifts the tone. It can come across in the words we use. And what happened here was the client started asking her questions, curious about what they might have been missing. And you know what they discovered was they were able to sell it in at the price that she was offering because there were things that they didn't understand were a part of the overall package. Keeping the rate, and they expanded the services. If she would have just assumed that they were just looking for a lower cost, they actually needed help justifying and showing and illustrating the value in what she was providing. So confidence without grounding is a bluff. Confidence anchored in preparation is power. So here's 4 tips that you can think about when crafting your ask to get to that yes. So anchor your belief before you walk in. How are you going to make yourself believe in what you're looking at? You know, the person that walks in and looks at the upside of the deal, there's research that says when you look at the upside of the deal versus focusing on the risk of the deal, you're more likely to be confident. So how can you go in and anchor for yourself what that value is? And then take that a little further. How do you want to make sure that they see your value too? Is it going to be the way you walk in? Is it going to be the thing you first say? How are you going to illustrate that confidence? Think about that calibrated confidence. Knowing what you know builds trust fast. The second one is use silence as power. When you make an ask, stop talking. Sometimes I have to practice this, and I think about exactly how I'm going to make the ask, and then I practice hearing the silence, because you know what we all do. It's $10,000, and you're like, oh my gosh, but if you can't afford that, you know, da 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 da, right? We start to justify it. Let there be silence. Silence communicates certainty, and then they believe that you have the value. I have a good friend who's a banker, and she was negotiating a higher salary for herself, and she goes, I knew this, but as soon as I said it, I started justifying it. I didn't practice silence. So even the best, the most experienced negotiators can get tripped up on this. So you have to make sure that you practice silence. Lead with abundance. Show people that you're looking to create a win-win. Show them you want to collaborate. Walk in and have confidence, but also understand that you want to understand what is important to them. Let's negotiate our priorities. What's important to you? That in and of itself shows confidence. The next one is borrowing confidence if you need it. If you're not feeling the confidence, how can you think about something that somebody said about you, the perspective that you have, the role that you're playing, somebody that you can give a quick call to? How can you get that oomph so that you can feel your value? Because when you do, others will too. And then practice your body language, your eye contact, your posture. You know, they say that the more distance is between your ear and your shoulders conveys confidence. So how do you make sure those shoulders are down? You're sitting up straight. You look calm. You feel strong. You know, you've probably heard people will put their arms way up in the air like a star before they do something because that feels powerful. That just gets that blood moving. It helps you just see yourself with strength. It takes that doubt out of your head and it energizes your body. What can you do to just make yourself really elevated in terms of your physical being? Make yourself big, make yourself feel like you're confident. That can really bring it internally too. Such great things to think about. How do you want to do that? Practicing it visibly, borrowing confidence from somebody else, lead with abundance, use silence as power, and anchor your own belief before you walk in. I love confidence. I've learned so much from people who are confident, and I love to be around people who are confident. I feel like when I'm around people that really understand their value and have belief in who they are, they make me better. I start using better words. I am more articulate. I'm smarter because I'm drafting off of them. Confidence is more than self-assurance. It's a strategy. When you walk in believing your worth, others will believe in it too. That's leading with confidence and abundance, not fear. That's using a negotiator mindset. It's using belief as leverage. So let me leave you with this. Think about the last time you hesitated to ask for something. What would have changed if you led with confidence? When can you do that this week? I would love for you to reach out to me and tell me what you did. You know, if you don't take action in 72 hours, this was just an entertaining podcast to listen to. So think about that reflection. When was the last time you hesitated to ask for something? And what if you would have led with confidence? This week, what's one ask that you can make, even if it makes your voice shake? What is that one ask that's important to you? Take action. The 72 hours, 3 days. That's all it is. I have some exciting news. In 2026, I'm going to continue having my group master classes, masterminds, where great people, great leaders come together for 6 months, once a month, and get some one-on-one time with me. If you're interested in learning more, reach out to me. Go to negotiationlove.com and connect. I'm so glad that you made the choice to be here today. I can't wait to see you next time. I'm Susie. Until then, remember, the negotiation is more than a skill. It's a mindset. Until next time.